Okay, this is just a quick test video to demo a mod that I've made for the Sanctuary player home. As you can see, I have restored it to its pre-war condition. I have tweaked the reflections in the glass so they're not quite as pronounced. They're still there, especially during the day, but they're not as glaring, so not as distracting. I've added switched lighting. These are all constrained by light boxes. There is enough of an ambient glow through the door so that it makes sense to where some light would spill through an opening, but it does not spill through the walls. So that eliminates a problem that you have with settlement lights. That adds a level of realism that I like. The only thing is, working with light boxes does have its limitations. Getting the balance along the borders between them can be a little tricky, so you may see a few spots where they don't quite match up. That's a limitation to the lighting system, but all in all, I got it very close, and the results are good, so I think you guys will enjoy them. Another feature that I'm particularly happy with is working fireplace is switchable. You can see from my character that it is a shadow casting light. You can also see from the wall and the island kitchen that there is a bit of an ambient glow. That's the light reflecting off the floor. Call it poor man's RTX if you want. That was the effect I was going for. You can also see in the hallway, light will spill out into the opening, but it doesn't go through the walls. When I turn the hallway light off, you only have light coming through the doorways, as it should, but not through the walls. And if I go into the bedroom, you do not have any light spilling through the wall from the adjoining bathroom. So that pretty much demonstrates the lighting features that I added to the mod. That came out nice. There is kind of a fake shadow casting light on the windows. You can see it on the ground here. I did not use shadow casting lights because of the performance hit, but I did add a secondary light box and a secondary light source to give a bit of a glow outside the windows, and you can see that all the way around the house. So in summary, the features are switched lighting, constrained by light boxes, balanced in the doorways. There's an ambient glow through the windows and the door portals, as there should be for realism, but there's no bleed through of the walls, which is a major problem that you have with settlement lighting. The materials for the windows have been tweaked. Something I forgot to mention is the inside of the window. If you've ever been in here, I removed the milky white layer that creates too bright of a reflection. You can see that on like warehouse and other windows. I removed that from the mesh, and I tweaked the reflection a bit so that it's more balanced. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to import a settlement template and show you an example of what can be built here. And I'll stop the video here and I'll pick up later and just give you all an example of how well this performs, because all of these edits, including all of the clutter or the decorations that you saw inside, this is all combined meshes. So the performance stays high. And even with the green mod that I'm using, which is A Forest, it's one of the densest foliage mods that I've seen for Fallout 4. I am getting 60 FPS even after importing the template, and I'll show the frame counter when we do that. So I'm going to pause the video here and import that, and I'll go to the second phase of the demo in just a second. See you all in a minute. Okay, I have imported a player home style settlement template. It encompasses just the player house. It's all fenced in. And because everything in the original mod was combined meshes, including like the clutter and the bookcases and the existing decorations that you saw, you can see from the frame counter in the upper corner that my performance is good. In fact, if I go to this corner where I can see the entire settlement and all the trees in green behind it, because I did this as combined meshes and recombined the meshes and recalculated the visibility data, the performance is as good as vanilla. In fact, fun fact, this settlement template has over 400 imported objects, and yet I'm still getting 60 FPS. The green mod also does not require combined objects to be off because it uses the BNS framework, and that's another contributing factor to good performance. In the earlier video, I mentioned the milky layer on the inside of glass. That is a particular problem in the vanilla glass, like you can see with this warehouse, that makes it kind of diffuses, brightens, and makes the reflections far too pronounced. That doesn't look very realistic to me, so that's why I removed it. That's why I tweaked the player home glass. But that's pretty much it. You can see what can be built here. It's very nice. There's tons of objects. You can use the switch lighting in the house. You can use a few settlement lights like the lamps that you saw in there. They can be turned on or off. And everything performs nicely. And it looks really good. I'm going to use, this is probably going to be the largest settlement in the player home style settlements that I'm going to build. And I'm only going to have maybe 5 or 6 tops because I don't want to fill the wasteland with settlements. I kind of prefer the cozy small builds, so that's what I'm going to stick to, both for performance and for the type of character and style that I like to play. But I figured I would share what I've done. You can use the template, I'll include it. There's maybe 4 or 5 mods required to achieve this result, with maybe another 10 decorative mods. They're pretty popular, pretty common, so you may already have them. But you'll get good results. Even if you just use the base mod, you'll get good results building with whatever you want in this because of the combined meshes, visibility, and the quality of the mod. Probably going to release Red Rocket soon as well, so look for that one. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as with all of mine, I'm going to end it by saying, may you shoot many super mutants in the face. Until next time.